following is not trading advice. Everything I say is my opinion. I am not responsible for any losses you may take, only the profits.
What is up, Octo Nation? It's Charlie, your host for tonight. What a day we had, right? What a way to close out the week. We had some crazy news, some crazy pops. I think it's going to be a very eventful next week, so I'm pretty jacked. So let's take a look at what we got going on, okay? Obviously, the big ticket, y'all know we're going to talk about it, is SPAQ, okay? Spartans, where you at? You in the house? Let me know in the comments if you're in. We in? You in? All right, let's do this. So this is where we're at yesterday, you know, and just like what I was thinking, it's probably going to pop up out of this gap, and guess what? It grabbed this green line that we had drawn. Because remember, we had this channel yesterday. It's popped up. It was riding this just like we drew in here. It tagged this almost 3 times here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can't even count them. How many is there? 17 times it tagged this. This is an important line. Drew it in. Said if it climbs above this, it's a decent amount, you know, maybe half percent, you know, a percent or two, it's probably more than likely going to go up. Overnight, on these big news plays like this, okay? What they announced, I'm sure y'all know. If you don't, they announced that, well, they actually didn't announce anything, okay? There's a potential LOI, a letter of intent, with Fiskars, okay, which is a electric car company, okay? So that's what happened with this one, all right? So what happened, we woke up this morning and splammo, it went from 15 all the way up to right around 1850, okay? So it had a huge jump overnight. That's fantastic, all right? You know, and just like last night when we were talking, you know, if you would have just got in after hours here, you know, you could have had a huge gain just selling first thing in the morning. Be good, you know. How much is that? Let's find out the percent, right? 20-ish% overnight. Just wake up 9 hours later, well, there's 20% on your money. Boom, sell it. Or you could be riding this thing, okay? I was up way early this morning, just searching, okay? Because you know, I was trying to provide news. I'm looking through these SEC filings like crazy, just reading. I don't know, 5 in the morning or something like that. Anyways, I wasn't able to find, you know, much, and so I just kept riding these. There's a bunch of other SPACs that came out. We'll hit on those later, or maybe this weekend I'll release some videos. But right now, this is what we got. I found a couple little nuggets here and there that I think are going to give a little bit more grounding on whether or not this is 100% real. Okay, that the LOI is going to happen. All right. So what happened? It bounced back down. Honestly, I thought it was going to. Most of the time, it would go back down a little bit further. It didn't go down that much, okay? It really didn't. I mean, it only went down, you know, 10, 12-ish% total from the opening after that kind of news and jump. I think that's pretty hopeful. That means people want this. They want this thing to be 100% legit, okay? So that's cool. It only went down a tiny bit. Automatically, I was drawing lines, all right? I mean, this just got so apparent. This green one here was drawn. It was, you know, right off the top here. It came back down. It started tagging it 1, 2, 3 times here, a little bit down, 1, 2 times here, 1, 2, 3. Just kept smacking it. Ding, 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 you know, come back and smack. That's a huge line, okay? Drew it there. What does that mean? That looks like a bull flag, okay? When it's pointing in about that direction, all right, and it's got a tail. That's a flag down, okay? That means a bull flag. It means it's probably going to go up. All right, it's going to ride the channel, okay? It's going to get tight. It's getting tight, and then it popped up, okay? When stuff gets narrow, that means it's riding in a pipe. That means it's sketchy, okay? It's either going to go start way up or it's about ready to break down. It's tense. There's fighting going on, okay? But when you have it down like that at a bull flag formation, that chances are, you know, 80%-ish of the time, it's probably going to go up. That's what happened. We'll call this right here. I was trying to go live today with, you know, I'm still new to this YouTube thing, and I ended up having to do research on that. To go live, we have to have 1,000 subscribers, okay? Right now, we're absolutely throttling what I was even coming close to. I thought it was going to take me a month to get to 100 subscribers, but we smashed through that. I think this is our 1 week anniversary today, so 7 days. So thanks for sticking around. You know, it seems like it's already been a month, but it's been a week, but I think we're at like 250 subscribers now, so thanks. I love it, all the support. So Now the next one, let's get to 1,000 so I can start doing these live videos, because I want to keep putting these out, when I'm seeing these little breaks, and I'm going to say, hey, take a look at this line. If it hits this, pay attention. Anyways, let's keep moving on. All right, broke through, bam. It didn't go, I thought it would be breaking a little bit higher, but it still broke through. Did some consolidation, broke up. We have a new line forming here, okay? It kind of had a downward trend, but it's still kind of consolidating, getting pretty tight. You had some big green volume candles come in to try and push it, but you also had the big red ones. They started breaking the gap line. Why did I draw this red one here straight across? Because this is a gap, okay? This was last night. This was this morning. This was the one it grabbed and zoomed right up, okay? That's usually a huge thing. Their gaps always get filled. It's just a matter of time before they do, okay? There's always going to be something back down in there. Boom, we already hit it there. Boom, it's already, it's filling here. So anyways, what do we have? We got this pipe that just started getting super tight, even tighter back here. And look how long and tight this thing got, dude. So at this point, it was either it's gonna hit north and fly, or it's gonna hit south. All right. But when you see that tight consolidation, get ready. Okay. What happened? We had some, wannabe scares come in, some slight longer candles come in, but no big deal. I mean, and there's still people online, that were freaking out at 5% down. They're like, oh, I can't believe this. I can't believe I wasted so much money. This thing is going down. I can't believe 5%. Come on, man. These are SPACs. If you can't handle 5% volatility, SPACs are not for you, because these are 20, 30, 40, 60% spikers up, and you can wake up tomorrow 60% down, 60% up. But that's why, as long as you protect yourself, get your buys and your sells in, always protecting yourself, all right? Especially with these, you're probably going to be fine. As long as you don't trade on emotion, on what you're just thinking or feeling, what someone else is pumping at you. If someone starts pumping, say, prove it. Why is that? And they just say, it just is. Look at their finance numbers, and I just believe they're going to be better than Nikola. Guess what the pros do? They look at the charts. That's why I'm harping on these charts for you guys to learn, okay? At first they might be a little bit intimidating, but if you really start looking at it, it's just simple geography lines here, okay? We're just doing simple little 2-line measures to get a percent, okay? Just learn these. I promise it's going to pay off, and you're going to thank me later, because you're going to make so much money, because you're going to start seeing them. You're going to start seeing these pipes. You're going to see it, put the line in. It's going to break through the resistance, and you're going to see it, and you're going to call it. You're probably going to buy right above it, and you're going to start having some big wins, okay? So let's take a look at what happened right towards the end. Look how many times it tagged us, okay? In here, infinite amount of time. I don't even know. 20 times it kept just ding, 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 just all the way down. It's perfect angle. It finds the angles. The algorithms of the computers, the smart money, they find the angles. They create angles, they create the wedges, okay? And they write it through. They make sure every buy that comes in, they manipulate it to follow that down or up, okay? What happened at the end? It finally broke, okay? We still only tagged above this gap here, but we did get above it. Came back down, but my prediction is this will probably open again, because there's going to be a lot of weekend buyers that are just already have market orders and they don't care. They want this baby. Lots, okay? It's already getting huge, big names. It was actually live on CNBC today, live. They were talking about it. So that's huge. Kramer's already digitally talking about it. I'm sure he's going to bring it up and, claim it's his fault that went up. Never mind, don't get sidetracked on him. Anyways, I think that this will probably open up Monday. My guess is around 18, okay? It's probably going to play around here, try to consolidate. But again, if we get the official notice from either party, Fiskars or SPAC, okay, Spartan's come out and says, we are owning this here land, okay? Fiskars is going to be us, all right? This thing, I could see double, for sure. Is it going to? I don't know. It could. I think it will. I think it definitely has the potential. Why does it have the potential? Because we've seen the other car-ish plays, EV car plays, electric car vehicle plays, right? We've seen what they can do, and I think this one has got a decent, better position. To be real, these guys, what they're doing, I think this time he learned his lesson the first time, because he came out with like a Tesla big roadster thing. the problem with it was really, really cool. Some celebrities had it. We already went over that. But the deal is you've got to go over the meat of the market, okay? A lot of the beginning of his company was probably based on emotion. He wanted a rad, cool James Bondy car. Like this guy was used to making. He made the Vanquish, okay? Aston Martin Vanquish. That's a bad car. You know, he was the one that designed that. The BMW Z8, I believe it's called. That's a decent. When it came out, it was pretty cool. Now it just kind of looks like a hot dog a little bit. But you know, this guy wanted the James Bondy look, but he wasn't going after the meat of the market. So why is this vehicle he's coming out with now smart? Because it's the meat of the market. These mini SUVs is the meat of the market. That's what people want. They want the do-all without the gas guzzler. Well, this is electric, so you know, in the 90s, everyone wanted the big gas guzzlers until gas started skyrocketing, and then they started wanting to get smaller. So this is going after the big market. I think this is a really smart play to start. Very smart, okay? This is what might put him above and actually get a lot more sales than, like, you know, Nikola's trying to talk about the truck they're coming out with. It's decent looking. It's obviously he's known for copying. It's a straight up rip of the F-150 Ford, okay? I don't like the look of Fords, amongst other things. I'm a Chevy guy. I like straighter lines, boxier look. Fords are just, you know, just not my thing, okay? Anyways, that's not the meat of the market. The stuff that's selling right now is the medium to cheap-ish, smaller SUVs. So I think it's a hell of a smart move. Okay, so he's also got obviously tons of cars he probably wants to eventually come out, but start with that, then we'll get into the other stuff. There's been some leaks of a truck, but that is a straight Photoshop. Okay, I can show you. I don't know if I can find the exact picture. If I will, I'll put a link. But someone actually ripped it from his site. If you go to his, I think it's his About Us or Pictures, you'll see it in there. You'll see the back end picture, and then you'll see the truck picture that came out. That's photoshopped from that. It's not real, so I'm not even, you know, don't trust that. Okay. So anyways, you know, keep watching this baby, all right? Pay attention to it. The warrants, I mean, I can't believe these barely dropped, right? These ended last night 4, okay? I rebought in. They popped at 569. They only just came down to, you know, 517 down to 480. I can't believe that. They barely even came down. Usually when this stuff happens, you know, they'll come back down 20-30%. Look at this. How much has it come down? Give me my ruler here. What we got? You know, 15% maybe. It's nothing. So I think there's some big love and trust going on here, even though they haven't officially announced it. These are all really good signs. Okay. You know, I put in a protection sell order here at 450. Okay, because I'm already locking in profits from. I think I bought again about 380 here. Yeah, 4. You know, and it went up to 5, and then it started channeling. Okay, if we zoom in, it's kind of hard when there's not a lot of volume, but you know, we can come close to drawing a line. But usually you can just follow the commons when they're getting super hyped like this. You know, you might have something kind of there. Again, kind of hard when there's not too much volume. But let's see. You know, this is a tradable channel. I mean, you could actually day traded this thing. If you found this first and second one up to here, you could have day traded this. Okay, could have sold here, came to here, bought, sold. Okay, but again, people got faith, so I think they're just kind of holding. All right, this soon became, I think within 3 hours, 2 hours this morning, this became Robinhood's #1 seller. Okay, #1 watched. I mean, people were jumping ship from guess who. Nikola. All right. So a lot of the money that's in Nikola is going to be coming over to SPAC. Okay. So regardless of what's going on here, people are seeing this and are getting to the FOMO from the SPAC because they don't watch our videos. Okay. They don't hang out with the Octopus Nation. All right. So they didn't know about this. So now they're over here still like, oh man, I wish I would have known. Dude. So watch this, okay? Nikola's probably gonna. I'm guessing you're gonna probably this weekend, probably come Monday. This thing is probably gonna have a decent spike down, probably another 4 or 5% ish, you know. And then what's gonna happen? Again, people are gonna take that money and then jump right into SPAC. There's way more room to run at this point. I mean, we'll just leave it at that. All right, let's go to Shill. Still not much happened today. Just had a 2% run for them. LCA, okay, Golden Nugget. They kind of went down a little bit today. No big deal though. I mean, it's just kind of riding this massive channel. It still broke above this green though, so keep watching it. It's still waiting for, I think, a big run. I'm not sure what it's going to take, but especially the commons, they're going to go up. While it's still in our brain, let's go back to SPAC. I forgot I got these up here. This is an article people started talking about that Seeking Alpha came out. Man, I can't stand a lot of these writers. There's a lot of kind of not full truth information here. The guy's like, okay, what's better, what's going to come out that's going to be the next EV vehicle, and he's toting a KCAC, okay? That's a SPAC company that is decently recent, but they specifically said in their SEC filing, as I've read it, okay, that they are going to look for American companies related to the automotive industry. That does not mean they're looking for a manufacturer, okay? But this guy's kind of, the way I am interpreting it is that he's making it sound like they are straight up going to be buying, not Nikola, not Fisker, but where is it? That's Fisker too. Oh, Rivian, okay? He's talking about that. I don't know about that, okay? So just take this with a grain of salt. I wouldn't be just mortgaging the house to put it in here on this one, thinking you're going to catch the SPAC before that happens. I think it'd be smart to put in you could put a buy-in on this. I haven't done a lot of research on this ticker. Okay, I haven't done a ton of research. So do your due diligence on this. Because I haven't even looked into. I don't even know who's managing it yet. I haven't gone that far. But do your research before if an article comes out like this, still do your research, okay? Because you don't want to get stuck just because this dude's buying it. And the units are only out too. If you don't know about what units are and the troubles with them, look at my first 3 to 5 videos. I think I'm talking about it in the one where I say how to avoid the red days and always be green or something like that. Listen to those when I talk about the units. There's problems with units, okay? In my eyes, big problems with units. So the regular shares aren't even out. You can't even buy warrants or commons right now. So just take this with a grain of salt, okay? There's that wannabe F-150 from Nikola. It's pretty cool looking, but it's, again, a rip just like his name, and I don't know. It might be pretty cool. We'll see. One other thing I noticed, so Henrik Fisker, this is the dude, this is Mr. Fisker himself, okay? This is the dude behind the screen, okay? One thing I wanted to point out is he did a tweet that was yesterday, and he goes, full speed, we are accelerating our development. 2022 Fisker Ocean electric vehicle. So, he was in talks talking about how he's looking to get some money and possibly picked up by a SPAC so he can accelerate development, okay? But he still hasn't officially announced that he's with SPAQ. But to me, this is kind of like another hint. Like, all right, we're accelerating development. Like, why is he randomly just say that? And of course, this happened yesterday. So I don't know. I think this is kind of a hint that he's doing. And there's a saying that I believe is true. Okay. That 99.9% of rumors start by the person they are about, right? So there was a rumor about these guys in SPAC from an inside source, they say. Guess where that came from? It probably came from them because they legally can't come out and say stuff unless they do it right with the SEC, okay? With like the stock foundation dudes, the guys who run that in the back screen. They can't. They got to be particular how they say stuff and when they come out with information and all that, because they can get in some serious trouble. So sometimes they can accidentally give a note to the secretary and be like, "Oops, don't read this," and then she goes out and she knows what to do. Go spread it out, and then he kind of goes and does this. So I think he's giving a little hope, but he's been tweeting like crazy. He's actually doing some marketing. So I mean, one of the last videos I was saying maybe he doesn't know how to sell. I think he even learned how to sell a little bit because now he's kind of being all over. I think he's hyped about this. I don't know what. This guy's cool. I like it. He's been through a little bit, but he doesn't give up. And to me, that shows a lot. I'd rather have a guy that failed and got back up than a guy that claims that he doesn't fail, okay, and actually did. Or a guy that fails and just stays down. A guy that fails and gets up. This company did do a BK. But BKs don't always mean end all. It doesn't mean, oh, I'm just dead, I'm homeless, okay? BKs, nowadays especially, you could consider them like restructuring, especially when it comes to business, okay? A BK can include some stuff, cannot include some stuff, just a certain vehicle, just a certain department, whatever. So you can look into that yourself, but I think we're in decent hands here. This guy's getting excited. He's pumping these up. I believe the term on this is $38K, $2,000 down with the lease, and you're going to have A+ credit, which means, nowadays you're probably going to have to like 780, plus credit score, probably making over 175 a year or something to get that price point at $380 a month for 2K down, which is a heck of a deal. Guarantee it is way less expensive than owning any of the cheapest gasoline cars out there. I guarantee when you add in the gasoline savings on this, I drive quite a bit. I probably won't come close to making money going because I spend so much money on gas. Okay, you calculate it all out. All right. This is another dude. At first I was like, who is Sean O'Kane? I've never heard of this guy. But then you look, he seems legit. Follower numbers don't mean too much, but he's got 15,000 followers, but he says he's a senior reporter at The Verge. Verge is a pretty big, techie place. Is he a senior reporter? I don't know. I haven't done enough research, so take this with a grain of salt. But this guy seems to be the dude for transportation startups, EVs, Teslas, more. He's even got a handle at theverge.com, so it seems legit. Anyways, he says, FYI, and by the way, when was this? Right here. I'm new to Twitter, can you tell? Yeah, this was today at 9:00 a.m. He said, FYI, for your information, I can confirm the original Roosters report as a person familiar with the deal separately told me about it. It's definitely for Fiskars Inc. Okay, so he's confirming that Roosters report is 100% legit. Take it with a grain of salt, but fingers are getting pointed to this whole thing being true. So hopefully it is. It's back after hours, okay? Kind of just kept riding that channel. I don't see many people selling after today, after seeing how it did pretty darn good, okay? It didn't really spike at all. It was just kind of down and then up, but kind of down into the road. To me, a lot of these sells were probably bought, okay? Bots like computers, AI, because that is insanely choppy for after hours. After hours usually up, like a decent trend, big. But this is just, so anytime someone bought, boom, the AI shot it down, boom, 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 boom. It's chop city here, okay? But at the end, towards 8 Eastern, you got a decent little run up, but that still puts us at 60, 70. So just keep looking up info. If something big or they do announce something, I'll put out another video. I'll try to do an emergency video as fast as I can. And but still pay attention. I'm not everywhere. I try to be at all places, but I can't be everywhere at once. So if you find something and I haven't put some out, hit me up on YouTube. I check it quite often, and if you see something, just let me know. All right, let's find out some more plays. What we got going on? Oh yeah, this was actually my biggest one today. I've been telling you guys about this like 2 or 3 times. SOAC, okay? This is the ultimate green. They're calling it the ultimate green SPAC. All right, it's what these guys are like trying to brand themselves as. I got in at 87 cents, and today this baby went to $1.37, man. That's a 60% gain, and I only had it for I don't know, like 3 or 4 or 5 days, something like that. 60%. So what I do, I've got a rule that I try to follow that I totally made up. You don't have to do this. This is just kind of something to keep in the back of your head, okay? If something goes up 50%, you should probably sell at least 50% of what you have, okay? There's many different variations of this, but at least start there, okay? If something goes up about 50%, at least take out about 50% of your profit. Depending on where you're at, financially and all that. What I did with this is I sold half. I actually sold when it popped to here, so $1.26, and I'm just now keeping the rest of the half. I'm just gonna let it ride, okay, until maybe it hits like 4-ish, or they announce something crazy, and then I'll maybe let it ride to 10 or 30, depending on what it is. Maybe there's another electric car vehicle or electric motorcycle that's coming out that we don't even know about. That'd be sick. Buy an electric motorcycle company. How dope would that be? I don't know. Again, keep your eyes on this. This is still low though. I mean, a lot of SPACs, the warrants, even before any hint of who they're gonna merge with comes out, they can be up to $2, $3, $3, close to $4. So this still has a lot of room to run before even we get an announcement. But I mean, pay attention. I can't tell you all the stuff, but do your due diligence and take a look. Just look these up and look at the management, and if they sound like someone you can vibe with and someone you can trust, maybe at least, like I always tell you, put a call in above. That way, if something like this does happen, boom, it can grab it. If like for the instance, you could put like a buy-in about $1.50 or something now. That way, if it all of a sudden it moves to $4, you'll grab it on the way. Yeah, watch that. JWS, okay? Still, as far as I know, this is the biggest SPAC, possible SPAC money available. I think he's talking an acquisition up to $8 billion. Again, if you haven't seen my JWS video, watch it, all right? Up to $8 billion. What else is going for maybe about $8 billion? Robinhood, okay? That's total speculation, but that's the first thing that popped in my mind when he said that, and he specifically said it, so he might have been dropping a hint. How cool will that be? Anyways, ride this train. Take a look. The warrant up 15.79 today. Okay. The commons are up 4% today. Common shares. All right. So just watch this. Watch for news. Again, obviously, I'll hit you all up if I get any major news, but still watch it. HCAC. This is that one I was telling you about, the rumors ChargePoint, which is that electric vehicle charging. Yeah, I got tagged today. I'm in. So I had a buy-in, I think yesterday I was telling you about here, and today it hit it. So I'm now into ChargePoint. Oh, not officially ChargePoint, but that's the rumor. But again, I believe in most rumors are real. Okay, they start from the source for a reason. All right. Graph, not much else not to tell you about that, 2%. What do we got? Oh, the Twinkie dudes, okay? I got tagged in this one today too, I think. Yeah. So if you haven't seen my Twinkie video, check this out. This is the Gores, okay? I got a video all about these guys. They did Twinkies and all sorts of cool stuff. Insane management, other great guys to be with, all right? I'm gonna cut it there for now. Actually, you know what? CFFA hit 40% today. I don't have enough on me right now in my head to talk about them, but take a look at that and see what the heck's going on. Let me know down in the comments if you do. I can't even think about what they are right now. Usually I got notes on these. Let's see if I got notes on that one. I don't. But let me know. CX is another massive SPAC. Keep your big eyeballs on this one. I need to put a buy-in somewhere. I might even have one. I need to put a buy-in though, somewhere around here, because this is another massive, awesome team. So thanks again, guys. I just want to say thanks again for supporting the channel. I cannot believe the crazy response we've had. I hope we're all starting to make some money and helping each other out. If you have any questions, put them in the comment. Give me some more plays. I'm gonna try to put out at least one more video this weekend. Any recommendations, even on some weird videos or topics you want me to discuss, or any ideas, just let me know. Thanks again, y'all, and have a good night.